Hey guys and girls, White Ninja here, and long time no speak. So I've been playing lots of games and doing whatever, having a real life, unfortunately. And I've been playing a lot of Monk, and I have come up, well, I've not come up with it. I've seen a few builds like this. Some a bit different, some quite the same. And this is the cold Tempest build. Now this build is fantastic for running T6 and T6 rifts, very fast, and you can pretty much one-shot near enough anything within T6 apart from the rift boss, which can take a little bit of time, but that will all be explained. Now the other build to go for these days is the lightning build, which consists of using this bad boy, the incense torch of the Grand Temple, obviously due to the spirit wave reductions, blah yada yada, which most people probably know about anyway, and know what that build is, because a lot of people are playing it, and it's the best one for great rifts because you can get high great rifts and you stun locks and things like that. However, this is much faster for running T6 singly. Some people might not agree with me, but I'll explain and show you why. So first of all, I'll go through my skill sets and explain why. So one of them being Exploding Palm, Impending Doom. That's pretty self-explanatory. Then you got the Flurry Tempest Rush, which is your main damage dealer, which stacks and charges on movement. So your main ability is to keep going without stopping. So by the time you get to an elite or you get to the Rift Boss, you can actually one-shot the Rift Boss. Your next one's Air Ally, Mystic Ally, Air Ally, and also we're using the Crudest Boots. You get 8 regen a second, sorry. Then Inner Storm, which will keep maxed at all times, or at least try to. I always forget. If you don't keep it maxed, it does mess you up a little bit, but yeah, I'll show you. Then Desert Shroud, Epiphany. Now this one on T6, you can take different skills. I just take this to not get interrupted. And I use it as more of a skill set because it doesn't interrupt your channel time. It just stops you getting hit, which means you can keep your channel going. You lose stun locks and things like that. So you could change this for something else. I'm sure there's something in there that people would like to use. And then for my passives, I use Harmony, Unity, because it stacks with your allies, Beacon of Yeetar, which is just straight down cooldown reduction, and then Momentum for a permanent 20% increase in damage, pretty much. And then for my items, you'll need some Wuko's 4-piece bonus set with Ring of Royal Grandeur. This is a must. You will then need the inner set. I would say go for the 4-piece inners. The mantra is very nice. If you don't want the 4-piece, you need at least a 3-piece. You can change out something else as you wish, so maybe with Leoric's Crown and change out and have the reduction or whatever. Then for your gauntlets, I'm just using strong arm braces for the knockback, called blah blah blah. This is a pretty much must. The Hexen Pants of Mr. Yan. So basically you get a permanent 25% increased damage, because there's a chance you'll never stop. Then you'll have Crudest Boost for 2 Mystic Allies. Have your Unity if you're soloing, which I would recommend, and then just a high damage DPS item. Now here you can, if you wish, take the the Flying Dragon, which would be lovely. However, unfortunately, when the attack speed does double, it does increase your spirit regen reduction by, it does use your spirit regen so much faster, and it does make it very difficult to maintain it. However, with probably enough cooldown reduction, you could probably maintain it enough to keep that up long enough to keep that going. But that's something I've not factored in just yet. So for my gems, I'm using the Tiger, I can't pronounce it properly. This is a pretty much must gem. When you stack this up to the maximum, you pretty much always have it maxed. The Bane of the Trapped is a must due to basically the 22% increased damage permanently. And then for mine, I'm using the Toxic gem. Now this is a sort of, at the minute, I'm not 100% if I like this yet. However, on this level it does work, so I do have the opportunity to mix it up. So it's sort of I don't know, there's something else can go in here. Maybe go for the Bane of the Powerful for the increased damage, which is always nice, but I don't know, I'm sort of a bit iffy on this one at the minute. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through a rift and just show you how simple it can be. I'll quickly just show you the power gun points. So obviously max out your move speed, so you got enough to get your perfect move speed, and then rest in main stat. And then from there you want cooldown reduction at the maximum, and then max out your crit chance, crit hit damage. Obviously go 1 to 10 ratio to the best of your abilities. I think mine's about 1 to 10, I think. Yeah, mine's as close as 1 to 10 as I'm going to get. And then in your defense, obviously take all resist, and then max out your life and armor as you see fit. And then in this, I've just gone for maximum resource cost reduction, life on hit, which I don't really need. I should probably max out area damage over life on hit. Actually, I'll probably do that right now. For this resource cost reduction, I know with the lightning one you do it at 6.6% to get your targets keep constantly proccing. However, with this you do not need it, because when you channel you actually stack it anyway. So I'll quickly go into a rift and show you how simple this can be. So the way that it works is, if you manage your ally and your epiphany properly, you can actually keep your spirit to near 100% or near maximum, or enough to keep you going. Now what to do is not channel straight away, wait till you find your first mobs, use your channel ability, so use your sweeping wind. You can spam this, have your sweeping wind up and ready. So this is where you'd use your things like your ascension to stop you from getting hit, stop you any slowed abilities, things like that, so you can do maximum damage. Right, so now I should have maximum of three sweeping winds. I can pretty much constantly keep my movement up all the time. Now the way that you instantly kill mobs in this is, as you stop to do your damage of your Tempest Rush, is you left click and hit your exploding palm. Now as you click, it actually procs both of them at the same time, which gives you the ability to cast exploding palm, which then just blows everything up in one shot pretty much. So I never actually need to stop ever. I can pretty much walk past most things and kill them one hit. That's why I was trying the bleed effect, the toxin rune, to see if that would actually help proc it. Now as you can see, my Tempest is actually building up very, very nicely, and as you can see, I pretty much one-shot any elite. Maybe not this one because I've been running, but sorry, I've not been running long enough. However, as you can see, it's pretty quick, it's dead simple. It doesn't take any skill, unfortunately. However, for people who are just literally wanting to say shard farm, and just quickly fly through the rifts, and then this is a good way to do it. And this can work on different in teams as well. Problem is you have to find teams that can keep up, maybe like a Barb who has furious charge and things like that. That's really annoying. So when you get knocked back champions, that's why you have your abilities to sort of get knocked back, things like that. So the maximum I've actually seen this hit for is 6 billion. I think that was at a full charge, but there you saw, I think it was a billion hit. So as you can see, it's so simple. Only problem I find is it's not really that fast. I could do with maybe put my move speed passive on just to speed me up a little bit. However, when you're one-shotting elites like that, it doesn't make it, it's too easy. As you can see, my damage is actually at 1.8 million permanently, pretty much. Because I have my tiger, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry guys. And could I have that up pretty much permanently? Because I can just hold my right button down, and I can constantly keep my mana up, my spirit up maximum. I can actually keep it just long enough that I can use my Mystic Ally again. So that's at 40% CDR, so keep that in mind. So as you saw there, he tried to vortex me, but I did have my ascension up just in time. So before you go into elites, if you do see them, just use your ascension or use your epiphany. You're not actually going to need need them to survive. It's just for the fact that they can't interrupt you while channeling. Obviously you want to get your channel as high as possible before you actually try and fight one of these. Also good for safety, I suppose. And level 2. That's one thing that really bugs me. So going into the next floor can actually mess up your channeling time, especially if it takes a little bit of time. There we go. Just trying to get my stacks up to 3 again. There we go. I don't know if you know, but some weekos obviously with Tempest Rush summons your clones to do damage for you, which does a ridiculous amount of damage. It's just stupid. As you can see, oh, that one had shield on. I'll say, why didn't he die? So once you stop channeling, you actually lose quite a lot of damage. It's all related on having your maximum channels permanently or as often as possible to fight. I always find that if you do have extra items though, you don't actually get to see your channel, which is really annoying. But you can pretty much one-shot every elite, so that's always fun. So what I aim to do when what I aim to do when I'm quite close to getting the Rift boss is try and channel my Tempest up as much as possible. So obviously try and get it to 100 before I go to the Rift boss. It just makes it a little bit easier to try and kill him, so because it can take a little bit of time. This build generally goes off the fact of you're trying to one-shot everything constantly, which can get a bit frustrating because if you don't, then it can take a little bit of time to do things. That's why the lightning one's preferred. So I'll be at 100 stacks now anyway, so that's always good. Be nice to see some mobs. There we go. So I'm going to use Epiphany here just to make sure that it stays up maximum. Oh, managed to one-shot it. That was pretty cool. So I just one-shotted the Rift boss. Oh god. So as you can see, fucking piss off. So as you can see, it is really effective. Being able to kill all these mobs with pretty much no effort at all. It can be a bit boring, I suppose, but if you are looking just to speed farm for shards, this is such an easy way to do it. It might not be the fastest one. I'm sure there's plenty of builds that are a lot faster, but compared to the lightning one, you don't really need to stop apart from when you need to trigger your Tempest passive, I suppose. But as you can see, it is really effective, and it is quite easy to do. You do need the required items, which is unfortunate, which are obviously what I've stated there. But it is a really fun build. You can do, I think, about 33 Greater Rift. I don't think you can do much higher than that, which is a shame. But yeah, shame that this sucks as well. Getting a new one then. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's only a small overview of how the Tempest cold build works, and well, to be honest, I think it's quite good. I've enjoyed playing it, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Well guys, if you got any questions, feel free to ask me, and I shall catch you guys later.